Hey, boys and girls. Against the advice of all of my attorneys, we are live with the weather report for April 22nd, 2021. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's right. Yeah. We're just open to the possibilities. And the possibilities are made by you, listener.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, we did put the StreamYard link out in public chat, so anything could happen. And I guess the big news is, and I just got it from Top Dog, is that Otangelo had a little bit of a spat with Darth Quakkens, is what we got queued up on the screen.
That's what it seems like, some sort of little disagreement.
Have you listened to this, Top Dog?
Just for a few minutes.
Okay, so the spat was apparently over Otangelo wanting to talk to Jefferson Spatchcock, and Darth Quakkens denying that he should, or something like that. But anyway, we'll roll it, okay? See what happens?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I think I'm in the right spot.
It was deceptive, but I still think that we are 7 people here in the room. He was the only atheist. And I would have liked to have the opportunity to have as well.
Go start a stream and invite him on.
Yeah, sure. That will happen for sure after that conversation. Here.
Don't you think we should draw a line in the sand, Otangelo, when somebody chronically within the span of an interaction such as this, where they're chronically being deceptive, that we once they deceive over and over again, that we should say that's enough?
Again, Darth, I think you are maybe not seeing the difference between being at your Discord server where you can do basically whatever.
See, again, you're not answering the question.
No, I want to make another point here, and I would like that
you just want to look the other way when these people pathologically lie.
Now, listen. When you are at your Discord server, then you can have basically the focus all on you. But when you are in another, on a channel of someone else, like right now.
That's not for you to decide. No, that's not for you to decide. That is for Praise I Am to decide.
I am talking.
He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to do anything.
Did you say Dannykins?
No. I'm just noting that somebody was having a tantrum. As shrill as his voice is, he sounds like a 12-year-old. You know, it's not up to you to decide. You can't tell me what to do. No, it's so silly.
So this is Otangelo going after the master. So the student going after the master. Interesting.
Anything that I insist upon.
No.
Yeah. Will you praise?
And you didn't coerce me either, Darth. What you said is exactly right. He was pretentious. He kept on deflecting. He was dishonest. He's a dishonest interlocutor. Absolutely.
Even when Darth wasn't here, he was joining the call all the time.
Yeah, we agree that
that's not the first time.
We agree that he was being dishonest, but he has mental blocks.
Praise.
Otangelo, you gotta stop speaking.
Hold on, let Otangelo speak. Go ahead.
That's not the point which I am making. I agree that Jefferson was not sincere, but I also think that I wanted to have a talk to him as well, and I simply didn't have the opportunity. I would have liked to say what you said, Darth, to him, a little bit differently phrased, and then listen to him, even if he was deceitful or unserious.
That was not my decision. So you shouldn't be complaining to me, Otangelo.
Okay, Praise. I think you should have not kicked him out, but permitted him to stay. And then
I kick him
others here
out.
in the room, yes, and then others here in the room also to permit to make questions and actually to permit him to talk as well, because he didn't even say one sentence at all, even if he was deceitful or unserious or lying. He didn't have a chance to say almost anything. And
Oh my gosh! I mean, wow, Otangelo, I just can't believe I'm hearing what you're saying. Was he not entirely deceitful in his entire interaction with me?
What if the thing is, if there's no other atheists,
did anyone listen to Jefferson's talk?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Was Jefferson deceitful?
No, that's what. So, I mean, listen to Darth. If you listen to his conversations, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he can't win an argument. His argument is all the same, and that's what he resorts to. I mean, look at what he did with, with Leo. I mean, every single interaction he starts in, and he basically does the same tactics. Of course, you're deceitful. What else? Then he starts. Have you been drinking? Have you been taking drugs? Then he starts in with, how old are you? I'm twice your age. He uses the same exact thing every single time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Darth is twice Jefferson's age.
No, I was just making the point that
okay.
he uses the same thing. If you listen to Darth's arguments, every single one, he uses every single one of those tactics, and he uses them all the time. I notice now, like that's a part of his stick. Of course, I've heard so many of his debates and discussions going back for a couple of years at least, and you see him progress or change as they go. And if you look at all of his recent stuff, which is on, it's online all the time. He's got what's his name? Tom Rabbit. You got Supreme Leader, and what else? There may be other ones, but anyway, they're on all the time. So, and if you listen to them, they're all the same, and he uses the same exact thing, says the same thing. You can almost write it down like a book, Yeah. So,
anyway. I think I'm going to try to go through Leo's talk with Darth. I think it's short enough that I can get a transcript, and I just want to analyze Darth Dawkins' approach because it is so fucking infuriating and stupid, and
it is.
It's just.
And, you listen to this too. You listen to, Jefferson certainly wasn't at his best game. He couldn't really do what he wanted to do. I don't know. Jefferson may have been tired or whatever the case may be, but I love the point of him nailing him down on this ontology and epistemology, on how Jefferson said that they intersect, which I agree. In the way Darth, the way he asked his question, Jefferson was trying to pin him down on how, when Darth asks a question, he's clumping all that stuff together. He'll clump, metaphysics, epistemology, and ontology all within the same, he like clumps it all together, and Darth completely denies that. No, I'm not. I'm only talking about, which is bull. And the funny thing is, if you listen to it, as soon as Jefferson leaves, or he starts having a discussion with Orge, right? And he does exactly what Jefferson was trying to pin him down on. But of course, Darth wouldn't let Jefferson pin him down on it, or he would just say, "Oh no, you're wrong. You're wrong." So if you listen to the whole thing,
okay,
and of course, Darth was being completely honest. And the funny, like I said, he did the same exact thing to Orge 10, 15 minutes after Jefferson left. It was so funny. I'm like, it was funny. I had a nice little battle too.
Yeah,
I had a battle last night. I was battling in the side chat with. Well, of course, you can't help yourself but to say stuff about Darth, right, during this whole thing, because he is dishonest, obviously, and so you make comments. People are making comments, and then Gavin started in on me, so I had a nice little battle in the side chat with Gavin. And he's, oh, why don't you come in the stream? And I said, well, why don't you have the balls to come on an atheist channel? I never see you do that. And so we had a nice little battle in the side chat. So it was fun.
Yeah, it always is. Yep.
Wow.
So I just had a close, long-time, really old friend tell me, we were talking about gratitude, and telling me that I borrowed gratitude from the Christian moral basis, that basically Christians invented gratitude.
Doesn't that infuriate you? There's so many of those things that you're stealing from the. Otangelo does that a lot. If you listen to it, right? He's always saying you're stealing from the, when it comes to morals. I mean, like they've cornered the market, and they actually own those things, right?
Yeah, because it's in the Bible.
Yeah,
it tells you all about gratitude. It defines it, and it tells you how to do it. It gives you an instruction manual for how to feel gratitude, because gratitude is like a feeling,
right?
And it gives you, and it tells you how to. I'm sure it does somewhere in there tell you how to feel it, right?
Yeah, and they own that. I mean, geez, they can't. Nobody else can have that. Only them. Right.
So the big thing about morality and like empathy, for instance, okay? Now think about this. If empathy is in the Bible and God handed it to us through the Word of God, and he told us about empathy or gratitude, right? So somewhere in the Bible, there would have to be a recipe about how you manage to feel empathy. Now, if you were to try to write down how to feel empathy and give it to some child or maybe a psychopath to try to tell him how to feel empathy, right? Do you think there's any written word or rationalization that you could write down to tell somebody how to feel empathy? And I can add a little addendum onto that. Could you write down how to ride a bike and have a child get on the bike and ride it the first time based on written instructions? Okay. Do you see where I'm going with that?
Right. Yep. Absolutely. Right. Yep.
So there is a rationalization of morality, and whatever the Bible does, the only thing it could possibly do is write down that rationale. It could not tell you how to have those feelings. You do not learn how to have feelings by reading words about them.
Right.
You learn how to have feelings because you're a fucking human being.
Right. And I agree with you. It's innate, right? I mean, it's just a part of human nature, or, it's like you see, you're just born with it. Everybody has that. I mean, some people, like you said, may not have the empathy, but as far as basic morals, I don't know. I guess that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
The Christians don't own it all. It's just not. No, sorry.
Creo debunk and creation myths are talking about mutations and neutral mutations, and why neutral mutations, most of them disappear. And it's just what happens in a population. You could actually work it out with pencil and paper and randomly recombine things and watch shit disappear. So anyway, but I thought I would answer that question because that came up in chat, and we have Otangelo in the room. Otangelo, did you have a big fight with Darth?
Well, not a big fight, but I didn't like that he was basically overtaking the room and not giving opportunity to anyone else to make a point with Jeff. So in the end, I left and went to Jeff's channel. So
yeah, Darth tends to do that.
He does it at Discord. It's his channel. Then I said to him that's okay, but at his channel he can do whatever he wants. But if he is at another channel, hey, if you have 6 people in the room, I mean, that was not only Darth's mistake, but in special praises, in my view, he should have moderated this and said, hey, Darth, let the other people speak as well, and not only you. I mean, I think he failed in regards of that.
That man doesn't have any empathy, that's for sure. Or very little of it, I guess. I mean, that, Otangelo, it's just a tactic of his. I mean, that's a way of him, what he considers winning arguments. It's just bullying, beating people down. If he beats them down bad enough that they can question what they're actually saying, and that's a part of his tactics on basically confusing people. If he beats you down bad enough and gets you kind of flustered, I guess you would say, then you're going to question and really think about, oh shit, do I how my answers are, instead of a naturally flowing conversation like what you should be doing, which would be nice to have. But he doesn't do that. I mean, the man has so much hatred towards, of course, towards any atheist.
He seems angry.
It's incredibly angry.
Yeah. How many people has he converted with that method?
Did you see? Well, if you look, there's another one. Another person that does a lot of stuff on Darth is what is it? Darth Dawkins Debunked? Is that what it's called? Or there's another one. He does a lot of stuff on Darth, and he just put one out about that, about how many people has Darth actually converted, and his videos aren't that great, but they do. He did a whole thing on that just the other day, like a day or two ago. I saw that.
You haven't had a link to that channel for us? Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, I could dig it up for you. Give me a few minutes and I'll dig it up.
Okay.
He's actually visited over here. It's Darth Dawkins Debunked. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I think he might have been actually one of the first people to start doing stuff on Darth. I'm not sure if he was before Tom Rabbit or not. I think he might have been. He started doing it. Him and another one, Sidney Weinstein. Sidney Weinstein. He's another one that has done stuff, but that's going way back. That's going back several years. Those guys started, because Darth was the big. He gained all his popularity and his arguments and all that, and so people started making videos.
Yeah, some Darth Dawkins debunker commented this morning, I think. And I'm trying to find the comment.
Yeah, that would be him. Yeah, let me go dig up. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, it's now live. Oh my! So I have a picture of topoisomerase, which is like the scissors for DNA, and that's Sal Cordova's main thing. I have that on the screen today, and I don't know if we're actually going to talk about it, but topoisomerase is it's called a dimer, which means that it has 2 of the same kind of proteins. It's a homodimer, I believe. Topoisomerase 2, it has 2 of the same kind of proteins slammed together, and it is Sal Cordova's proof of creation, I think, and also Joe DeWeese. Now, Joe DeWeese and Sal Cordova have been trying to write papers, and I can't find them online anywhere. I know Joe DeWeese is an actual real scientist who actually researches topoisomerase. He's also a creationist, and he does a little Bible thumping on the side. And the 2 of them got together and wrote some papers, and I don't know if they were rejected or what happened. I don't know. I found one of their papers on the topoisomerase. They had the abstract on, and you could pull up the abstract, but you cannot find the paper. And I really wanted the paper. Damn it! Oh, we're doing it again, Scott. Maybe I should just leave you in charge.
Sorry about that. I was using like 2 fingers and
okay, you did.
I bumped
problem.
that accidentally. Yeah, I've got the Darth Dawkins things. I'm gonna.
Hey, Vinny, how's it going?
I'll put it in the side chat.
I heard you say something about homo, so I came in.
Oh, okay. Good ear.
Yeah. Yep. We got 2 keywords that draw you in now.
Which are Jew and homo?
Yeah, you know.
Now all of our chats are going to be deleted.
I always wonder which was it a yellow star or a pink triangle? Which took precedence over the other?
I don't know. Anyway, good to have you. So, yep. So we got. Go ahead.
I only have like a few minutes because I'm actually at work and I'm sort of ditching. There's something I have to say about that whole morality thing that we keep touching upon.
Yep.
There's like nothing in the Old Testament about empathy, about thanks to God or thanks to anything else. They thank God for things, but there are no like prayers or such in the Old Testament. And being appreciative of what God gave you is not one of the themes. Obeying God is the theme, not thanking Him, not liking Him. That's not the theme. They are not told to love their God. They're just told to obey Him. So wherever empathy might come from, it's not from the Old Testament. And the same with like stuff like rape. Rape isn't in the Old Testament. The word isn't in the Old Testament. And the only place where you have something touching upon that is the whole, if you force a woman into having sex in such and such conditions, should you be killed or not? But those are not the rules, the modern rules for rape.
Yeah.
The modern understanding of rape is simply not in the Old Testament.
Hey,
so,
I got a question about that, Manny, real quick.
Hello, Manny. Can I answer to that?
Let's get. God actually talked first, Otangelo.
Okay, you say that it doesn't say to love God, but in like Deuteronomy 6:5, that's the part of the Shema where it says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart." Is there a different rendering of that in the actual Hebrew?
So when you in the Shema, I think that is like the one prayer that does come from the Old Testament. I'll have to look into it.
Okay.
I'll have to look into it. But the theme, the motif of the Old Testament throughout is obedience, not love. So maybe I overextended when I said it's not mentioned at all, but it's not what the Old Testament is about. It's about obeying. So if religious people want to claim that obedience comes from the Bible, well, maybe they have a case. But claiming that gratitude comes from the Bible, bullshit. Just bullshit. Yeah, Otangelo, you wanted to say something.
Well, I mean, you could have made just a quick Google search as I did, and I can come up with tons of versicles which talk precisely about being grateful. Like here, for example, in Chronicles 16:8, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon His name, and make known His deeds among the peoples." Psalm 7:17, "I will give thanks to the Lord because of His righteousness. I will sing the praises of the name of the Lord Most
How many
High."
times does other than Psalms, which are songs which are songs, where in the Old Testament is the theme of loving and thanking your God? It's not there. The theme is always obedience.
So what is the first and foremost command which Christ gave, the golden rule?
I said Old Testament.
Yes, yeah, I will come to
I
that.
said 100 times, Old Testament.
Yes,
what did Christ say in the Old Testament? Well,
yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Do tell me what Christ said in the Old Testament.
Yes, he took reference to the Old Testament by saying the golden rule.
Where? The golden rule is love thy neighbor, right?
Yes.
You mean that one?
The Old Testament, I can find it for you right now.
You see, do you mean love thy neighbor? Is that the one you mean?
Golden rule, Old Testament. The golden rule is stated positively numerous times in the Old Testament. Leviticus 19:18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. See also Great Commandment and Leviticus 19:34.
Yes, so the God commands you, and you should obey, which is the theme, and he commands you to love thy neighbor. I said that the theme isn't loving God. I didn't say anything about loving your neighbor. I said the theme is not love for God, it is obedience to God.
And here,
please,
you own citizens, love foreigners as you love yourselves, because you were foreigners on time in Egypt.
Again,
God.
Which of your neighbors is God? What neighbor is God? Because I was saying the theme is to obey God and not to love God. Empathy does not exist in Hebrew. There's no such word. So that definitely isn't mentioned in the Old Testament. In modern Hebrew, when we want to say empathy, we say empatia, because there's no such word in Hebrew.
Okay, here it is the
So
reef from
empathy cannot come.
It is the reef from Deuteronomy 6:4-5. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And thou shalt love the Lord.
That is the Shema. Scott mentioned it already.
Please, can I finish?
That is Shema Israel, and Scott mentioned it.
Can I finish, please?
No, we already talked about that.
No, I would like to finish, and then you can give.
But we already did that, so we don't need to finish.
Okay.
It's been done.
We are old friends, and it is always the same thing.
Whoa.
When
friends is a big word. Friends is a huge leap here.
I appreciate it because you were talking. Nobody was over talking you. You finished. I started to give my answer.
And Scott already mentioned those verses, and we discussed it. Moving on.
I want to have my voice and finishing what I am saying.
Okay, repeat what Scott said.
Thank you.
Because it's really important to repeat what's already been said.
Deuteronomy 6:4-5. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
Oh, look, it's Shema Israel.
Please, can I finish, please? And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. And in Leviticus 19:18, it says,
that sounds exactly like what God already said, and I responded.
Of thy people. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. So in the Old Testament, you find...
In the Old Testament, the theme is to obey God. And I have said that already. And love thy neighbor as yourself does not change the theme of loving God. No, because you're full of shit as usual.
Otangelo, and stop to over talking each other. I'm gonna have to mute somebody.
You simply have to repeat, and why? We've done that. We've been there. Move on.
Manny, do you want to address Stephanie's notation here that we've got up on the screen?
Which is? I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Oh, it's got a Hebrew word there in Hebrew letters, but Hebrew for empathy is, and it's from the right, it's an aleph gimel,
Gobbledy is what it says.
Wait.
Say what?
Aleph Gimel what?
I can't remember my letters.
Where is it? In the YouTube chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second.
Not off the road or anything.
So
where is it?
Gratitude. God, okay, God's word encourages
Stephanie,
all to give
could
thanks.
you write it again? I can't find it.
Okay, it looks like an olive, and then what is it like? Sort of like a triangle with a little chimney coming out to the left.
Tzaddik, probably.
And then I don't know if that's an ayin.
Okay.
And then
sounds like Aramaic.
Oh no, it's probably just me with the wrong letter. I used to know these, but anyway.
Can you write the word in our chat or something? Can you or copy it, because I can't find where Stephanie wrote it and she's not writing it again.
It's right. Can you see the screen? Manny, can you see the screen? It's right on the screen, no?
Yeah, sorry, work.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't know what word she means. The closest thing we have in Hebrew is something like sympathy, but there's I can't think. No, a word for empathy. We say empatia. We simply use that word.
Okay, I'm about to copy it into chat again.
Okay.
I'm a little disappointed in Stephanie. Stephanie made a bunch of comments, I believe, in praises during that whole thing last night. During, Darth, when Darth was on, Stephanie made some comments that I was a little disappointed. I mean, I realized that she is a theist or pantheist, I guess she is. So, but she's definitely a Darth fan.
Sorry, go on.
She's a Darth fan, so
Really?
just some of the comments that she made, I she didn't have really too many good things to say. Oh, I have my granddaughter here, so
can I tell you what word Stephanie put in chat?
Yeah.
Can anyone guess?
I don't know.
Same word you did.
The word for empathy in Hebrew is, hold your breath, empatia. That's the word she put in.
Okay.
So, unless the Old Testament had Greek in it, that's not a Hebrew word. Because there is no such Hebrew word. Not even when Stephanie tries to find one.
She probably looked it up on a modern Hebrew website or something.
Okay, so we have 35 Bible verses that tell us how to have gratitude. And not seeing anything about how to feel it, but be glad in the Lord. And it's all about praising the Lord and thanking the Lord. What do you do when the cancer eats your leg off? Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His cancer ate my leg off.
I guess you give thanks for the leg that didn't get eaten.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the whole point of gratitude, is that you look at what you have, and gratitude is about acceptance. But there's but every one of these passages means where we be grateful to God the Lord, and not just grateful. Okay,
and
so
also,
just being grateful.
I'm willing to bet that almost all of them are for Psalms, which is a very unique book within the Old Testament. And if you have 35 verses,
all of them are Psalms.
Out of how many?
All of them are Psalms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Psalms does thank
Jeremiah.
God for stuff.
Voice of thanksgiving, that which I have vowed I will pay. Salvation is from the Lord. But the neat thing about just having empty, raw faith without belief, basically, and I define faith as the opposite of belief. If you just have faith and you have gratitude without being grateful to anybody or anything, you just you just engender the feeling of gratitude and acceptance, and you don't need a target. But what happens with religion is that they give you a target that is so nebulous, so impossible to have a belief in, that you can only have faith in it, and thereby it accomplishes you have an object. Yeah.
It actually gets worse. Let me explain what at least happens in Judaism. In Judaism, you have religious people like my brother or one of my friends, actually my ex's friends, saying stuff like, Mom and Dad, I don't need to thank you for the financial support. It doesn't come from you. It comes from God. So I need to thank God for the financial support that he has sent me via my parents. So, oh yes, it does teach gratitude. Certainly. Just not to human beings.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't like the Abrahamic religion. It strikes me as a dark, icky.
I'm not saying anything bad about the religion. All I'm saying is that people who think that morality or gratitude somehow stems, at least I'm not talking about the New Testament, which I'm not familiar with. It does not stem from the Old Testament. That is not what the Old Testament is about. 35 verses out of how many? Please check how many times the word obey appears in the Old Testament. I'm willing to bet there are a bit more than 35 verses with that word.
Well, is there something wrong by God asking that we obey his commands?
Yeah, it's sort of a ball gag kind of thing.
Speed, were we talking about what is wrong or right with religion, or was I talking about the idea that loving and thanking people comes from the Old Testament? What was I talking about?
I think the latter. I don't know.
Okay, Otangelo, I don't care if there's something wrong or right about that. That's not the discussion.
So what is
Join the actual discussion.
What is your point? If it's not wrong for God to ask that we obey him because he is God, what is your point, Manny?
My point is that gratitude and empathy do not stem from the Old Testament. That has nothing to do with obeying God.
I just proved you wrong.
Oh, you did not prove me wrong, Otangelo. Go away, Otangelo. Just go away. Really, your dishonesty is amazing.
Are you the owner of the channel to tell me to go away, Manny?
His opinion is valued, Otangelo. You know how biased I am.
Well, I can leave. If you tell me to leave, Speed, I leave. No problem with
Otangelo,
I know you would.
Either join the actual discussion.
You've been very pleasant today.
Participate in the real conversation, or don't. But if we're talking about, there's no such word as empathy in Hebrew. So empathy cannot come from Hebrew. Impossible. It's not a Hebrew word.
Hey, Manny, why don't you slow down a little bit? Why are you so angry and aggressive?
I'm angry at what?
Aggressive.
Well, you are aggressive. Why?
No.
Because he's at work.
Well, I'm a passionate person. Yeah, I always get impassioned when I'm talking to people, always. And I find your tactics dishonest.
What is dishonest about what I said? What is
dishonest? Well, let's see. We are talking about whether gratitude and empathy and morality stem from the Old Testament. And I'm talking now. Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn.
You are over talking many. Okay.
And you jump in with, well, what's wrong with obeying God? I don't know. And I don't care, because that's not the subject. you are jumping in with something irrelevant in order to make some weird point that no one cares about.
Okay. Want a sip? Me and you've been sharing, huh?
Are you having a conversation? Somebody? David?
Oh, sorry.
David, how old is your granddaughter?
Yeah, I have my granddaughter. I don't know how I got unmuted. Didn't mean that. Sorry.
How old is she?
She is 3.
Oh, what a great age. What a
great
age.
We're best pals. I actually have both of them here today. I have my grandson who's 5. He just lost his first tooth. So.
Oh, man. Exciting.
I'm sorry for his loss.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with them. I spend a lot of time with them. Yeah, it's very enjoyable.
Steve, you removed my wrench. What happened?
I took your wrench away. Somebody did. There was a hashtag campaign by somebody in chat.
Yeah, I would like to post a link of the Open Bible all about gratitude, so anyone in the side chat can look it up.
Oh, you mean this one? The one that you.
No. Open Bible info topics gratitude. I can post it again if you want.
Otangelo, answer me a simple question. And I wasn't talking about the Bible. I was talking about the Old Testament.
Well, does the Old
Testament
Testament
a simple question?
The Bible? Is the Old
I was talking about the Old Testament. Now, when Scott mentioned that in the Shema, in Deuteronomy, it says that you should thank God, I corrected myself. And I said I might have overextended, so I'll correct myself.
Good.
Even if gratitude is mentioned, the theme is not gratitude, and it is a tiny, tiny percentage of the Bible, almost entirely appearing in Psalms. I also added that go ahead.
What's the problem?
I don't know. What did you prove? Where did you prove me wrong?
Well, I showed you that gratitude and love is a theme in the Old Testament. So now you keep rambling.
It's a theme. Whoa. It's a theme in the Old Testament.
So what?
So if I ask Bible experts, they will tell me that gratitude is a theme of the Old Testament. Am I correct? And all of my teachers and everything I've read about the theme being obedience, that was probably wrong. Do I understand correctly?
I still don't understand what your problem is.
I asked a question. Everyone who told me
you corrected
that the theme of the Old Testament. I'm repeating my question. Everyone who told me that the theme of the Old Testament is obey God, then the Hebrews disobey God, God punishes them, and they start obeying him again. I was taught, and I read myself, that is the theme of the Old Testament. And now you are saying that love and gratitude are the theme.
Okay.
Do I understand you correctly?
Okay, I just Googled what is the theme of the Old Testament. The first link which came up from Britannica.com, biblical literature, major themes and characteristics is the great biblical themes are about God, his revealed works of creation, provision, judgment, deliverance, his covenant, and his promises. The Bible sees what happens to mankind in the light of God's nature, righteousness, faithfulness, mercy, and love. So you got it wrong again. The first thing in the Old Testament,
I did not get it wrong.
About obedience. It is about all these things which they are pointing out here. So you got it wrong again.
Otangelo, Read it again.
The great biblical themes. Yeah. The great biblical themes are about God, His revealed works of creation, provision, judgment, deliverance.
After creation, what did we have after creation?
Provision.
Provision, okay.
Judgment.
Judgment.
Deliverance. His covenant. And His promises.
And His promises.
Yes, and His promises.
Full stop? Is there a full stop? Is there a full stop after promises?
No, it continues.
The same sentence. It's the same sentence?
And then starts the second sentence. The Bible says...
So there was a stop? There was a period after promises?
Yes.
Which verse are we reading?
That was the list of themes?
Manny, can we have a normal conversation?
Was that the list of themes?
This is how Manny talks all the time.
Yeah, I would just like to encourage him to stop to be so. I am relaxed. I am talking normally.
That is so cool of you, Otangelo, but I'm not you. Just let me be.
Being cool. So I would like just to encourage you to have a normal conversation.
Otangelo, you don't always have those conversations. I've noticed you've been very aggressive for the past 3, 4, 5 weeks. Probably you've become much more aggressive. So I don't think that's very fair.
Darth is wearing off on him.
Yeah,
Otangelo, that is how I talk to people. That is maybe why my ex-wife is divorcing me, for all I know. It's who I am. Deal with it. I'm not you. And I've asked you a question which you refuse to answer.
What? You love me?
Oh yeah.
I said I'm not you. Don't ask me if I love you, because that's too complicated to reply. The list of themes did not include either love or gratitude. No, did it?
It's got a lot of stuff about giving thanks, but
I didn't.
Did I not say?
Wow. Can I finish?
You said it's a theme. You said it's a theme.
Well, okay.
Did you say it was a theme of the Old Testament?
Speed, I am not motivated to continue this. I think it's meaningless. We cannot have a normal conversation. So have a nice evening all together, okay?
I'm a bad moderator, Otangelo. I know.
It's no worries.
Sorry.
I am not
Otangelo,
I'm not
sorry.
I'm not rage quitting. I'm just leaving peacefully. Okay.
It's cool.
Otangelo, before you go, I just want to say that I thought you did a great job yesterday. When you jumped on Jefferson's stream and you had some good conversations there. I saw, and standing up for Jefferson the way you did, and I thought that was pretty good. So I have to give you compliments for that. I know you got compliments yesterday, but I'd like to extend that myself.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the conversation, Otangelo.
You're welcome, Manny. I'm not upset about you. I'm just not motivated to continue this. Is that okay? All right.
Cool.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Okay. I have to go as well, and I'm sorry if I. It's a me thing.
You are passionate.
and I'm also slightly allergic to Otangelo, not necessarily through fault of his.
You're breaking out in Otangelo. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Get some salve.
I would just want to say that I said what I was taught is the theme. And Otangelo read the themes. They include judgment. They include promises. So they don't include gratitude. They don't include love. They don't include empathy. They don't include morality. Those are not the themes. what they do include is the idea that God promises stuff to Israel. Israel then disobeys God and is judged. So maybe I did not use the words promises and judgment, but what I was trying to convey is that those are what the Old Testament focuses on. It focuses on do as I say, and you'll get a reward. Disobey, and I'll fuck you over. That is the Old Testament.
Yeah,
that's all it's about. And okay, yeah, sure. God also created the universe. Yeah, that gets two chapters. Wow, 2 out of an entire book. Gee, creation is a theme now. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, everything comes from God is a theme. And that turns everything into gratitude to God. So, for instance, Speed, I want to thank God for how nice you are. You're such a good person. I want to thank God for making you a good person.
Yeah, but not me, just God, right? Yeah. Okay.
Whoa. I mean, you're not in charge of making yourself a good person.
I know.
God is.
I can't accept that.
He made you. I thank him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's where it gets weird. But I mean, you can use a vague idol or God, or like if you got a stone and you worshipped it in your backyard and you never questioned what the stone is or thought about it, you just gave thanks and gratitude, it would make you feel in a certain way. So it's a psychological trick that works. The problem is when you start focusing on the God too much, which is what modern Christianity does.
I'll give you an experiment to try. One of my favorite philosophers / sorcerers is Aleister Crowley. Crowley said everything and anything can be your God. He then said that he once took a crap in a hotel room and then worshipped the crap, thanking it for creation. And he suggests doing that as an experiment, thanking a piece of turd. And see if you cannot make a god out of turd. And you can. You certainly can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can worship shit. And you can say it's God, and you can say it created the universe. And it will fill you with those sentiments that you get in church.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how every religion can worship something completely different than the other one and still say, yes, it fills me. Oh. Yeah, because you're doing it to yourself. You're worshiping a turd.
Turd would work, yeah. Yeah, it depends. As long as you don't question the turd or think about it, I mean,
exactly.
Anything works.
Exactly. You can write psalms to a turd.
The house of the turd.
Such as turd's the word. Turd's the word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bird's the word.
Okay, guys, I really have to go. Thank you for letting me rage.
Okay. Have fun.
Bye, Manny.
Okay.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So, Atheist Pagan Mom said something about some development with Danny, but no, she's not telling me what it is. She's teasing me. Why are you teasing me?
I wonder if
Google
that
might have eliminated her message because it's not
What
letting
did?
me post a link to StreamYard. Google.
Again?
But I think she said something about apparently Danny told her she just needs to sit in the sidelines and be a cheerleader and not engage in conversation.
What?
I guess what I saw her right.
That's right. I think that happened on Jefferson's channel last night. Everybody moved over. You had the big battle with Darth Dawkins on praises, and then Jefferson opened up a stream, and Jefferson can only have like 6 people on his stream at a time, and so Danny was trying to get in at the time, and I know I saw there was a little bit of battle in the side chat, I think. So yeah,
it just deleted a message from Icarus. Now he put a link up and it deleted it. Deleted by the Google moderator team again. So okay, so is that what you were? Did you try to put a link out, Mom? Is Secular Pagan Mom? Did you put a link out and it deleted it? What the fuck is going on?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that it deleted that. No.
Icarus put up a link. I saw it for a moment, and then it got deleted. It's like, what the?
See, the last thing I saw from Icarus, he did post a multiverse.com/tag.
It shows on StreamYard, but it doesn't show on.
Yeah, then I don't know if this got deleted.
YouTube, if you remember, this was going on probably a couple of months ago. I can remember this was happening. Same thing. They just all of a sudden, I don't know, they must change algorithms or whatever they're doing. And it happened for a while, and then it kind of went away. And now it's back again. Yeah.
They got a rule-based system, and if they put in a new package of rules, they end up with different results, and then they try to adjust it. But they really need to fix their AI. But damn it, I want to find okay, so just confirm for me, Secular Pagan Mom, were you talking about the chat you had with Danny last night on Jefferson's or Jay's channel?
I could be wrong. I'm not sure about where. I know I saw it, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Now, I see Danny's here and Jefferson, so I'm not sure, but there was some conversations going on.
Yeah. Danny, when were you bad mouthing? I deleted my comment because I didn't.
You don't have free speech to badmouth Secular Pagan Mom, Danny.
Yeah,
that's just not going to happen on this channel.
We'll bounce you. We'll give you a time. We'll put you in timeout. So, anyway.
Oh, she is saying it, right? Is that what she's saying? It did happen on Jefferson's channel? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
I'm going to let you decide about Danny. Okay. Hey, Danny.
What's the accusation?
You're a bad person.
I don't know what that means.
You're a bad. Oh my God. Just fucking with you, Danny. I don't know what that means.
No, you were mean to Pagan Mom, I guess.
You can't be mean to Pagan.
What does that mean?
It means you are an asshole.
Yeah,
do you know what an asshole is? Okay. Do you know the difference between your asshole and a hole in the ground? And do you know what it means when you are like your asshole?
Not in this case.
Okay. Well, we could deep dive into this, but
yeah, what do y'all mean when you say this?
When we say you're an asshole?
Yeah, in this context, with respect to money.
Well, let me just say this, but part of the problem, Danny, is that you don't know what we mean when we say that.
Well, it's not informative to say that I'm an asshole without even citing any particular case, right?
Well, let's just find the chat and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's the only way to solve that.
Yeah,
actually read what you said and analyze it. And
when did you do your catting last night on Jefferson's channel? Were you up late? Were you snorting Adderall again?
No.
You weren't snorting Adderall last night? That's good, boy. Thank you. You're learning.
It was a good battle, though, I thought. I didn't get a chance to listen to it all or see it all, but I saw.
So who all was on? Doubting Thomas, Peter, Red Fang?
Yeah, yep. And I know Danny got a little fired up, and they were yelling Red Fang was yelling at Danny quite a bit to calm down, and there was some heated discussions going on, but.
Well, I hope you all had fun.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. Like I said, I didn't see it all, but I don't think it was terrible. But it got a little bit heated.
Most important thing is that you all had fun, right?
Yeah, have fun.
And nobody loses an eye.
Yep. Boy, there was a lot of stuff
I'm
going
looking
on.
at the chat now. Apparently, it's when I called him a cheerleader because I think he said something. He asked me why I didn't like him or something.
Who's he?
Said, oh, this is
Who's he?
Hey, this is Tanya. Okay,
No, secular pagan mom.
Yeah, it was pagan mom, I think. Yeah.
Wait,
Somebody's muffling out.
Yeah. Your audio is bad, Danny.
is my audio bad now?
No, you're good.
Are these two different people? These are not two different people. Tanya and mom are the same.
Yeah, they're two different people.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. So you meant to call Midnight? Tanya?
Yes, yes. All this time I thought they were the same person.
Oh, so you were actually talking to Midnight when you said that's you said he was a cheerleader or something, but you thought you were talking to
Yeah, I thought it was Tanya.
Midnight. Oh, okay. Well, that clears that up.
Yeah.
So that's a very definition of an asshole. Basically picking on somebody and getting on somebody when you have the wrong person.
It seems like being an asshole is an intentional concept.
Kind of, yeah.
So I didn't do it intentionally.
Yeah. Well, no.
That's half the
No,
problem.
actually you can stumble into being an asshole. I've done it. So
that's
you
half
don't
the
have to
problem.
be, it doesn't have to be intentional.
That's half the problem on here is people change their names. You know, and it can get really confusing. And
I thought it was Midnight.
Oh, well, apologize to secular pagan mom then, and everything will be fine.
I said that you didn't contribute. I don't even know this person then. Yeah, I mean, but it seems like what I was saying was still true. It seems like you just cheerlead on the sides when you address me. You don't really address my points.
So now you're doubling down on secular pagan mom, or?
Well, in the context, I mean, I have background knowledge about the sort of comments that secular pagan mom gives me, and it's usually not doesn't contribute to my points or my arguments, and so I don't think there's anything wrong with pointing that out. In fact, I don't think it ever has.
Oh my goodness.
That seems to happen a lot, though, Danny, right? To you?
No, Speed attempts to address my points.
I do.
Yeah, but I would not disagree with that. But it seems to happen to you in a lot of other circumstances or a lot of other situations.
Almost every time I've argued with Jay, Jefferson, Speed, Dessel, they to Care Bears, they all address my points or attempt to. Tanya and this mom person, who I really don't know, do not.
Yeah. Well, when you have one-on-ones, I would agree with that. That people, you definitely address, or people address what you mean, or what the conversation is at the time. You address your points. I would agree with that. But it also seems to happen a lot. I mean, especially in side chat, right? I mean, you have to admit it's so difficult to have conversations in the side chat, right? You're always getting mixed up, and when you try to write something and then the person will respond, and it's like, okay, you're not even responding to what you say because you're not really expressing yourself the way you mean it, right?
I think it's more difficult on the side chat. But,
it is very difficult.
Half the time, way over half the time, I'm very, very specific about what I disagree with when it comes to a point.
Yeah. Yep. Did you catch all the drama last night? Did you catch all of Praise's stuff with Darth, Danny?
Yeah,
I saw
did y'all hear what Otangelo did for Leo?
What?
He defended Leo against Darth, Praise, and all of them, saying that Leo wasn't honest.
Was he the deceitful interlocutor that they were talking about?
Leo, yes.
Oh, I
that's somebody else. That's one thing I want to say about Otangelo. Of all of the people, he is the most consistent, and he will step up every time. I mean, and praise is a little bit like that, but praise is a little wishy-washy. But Otangelo is very consistent in
That's why I wanted right. That's why I pointed that out. I wanted to at least give him praise with that because he definitely stepped up, and stepping up against Darth. I mean, of all people to step up against, they had a huge battle.
I know.
Did you see that? Yeah. It was quite a disagreement there, and they kissed and made up like 15 or 20 minutes after. Darth really laid into him pretty good. They had a good disagreement, and then they kind of like kissed and made out. Or Darth did. He apologized. I know we have disagreements and but that's okay. So
sorry to interrupt you, Dave, but I heard Danny shit talking me.
Yep, it was shit talking you.
Oh yeah. But that happens to you all the time, doesn't it? Midnight?
Well,
I mean, if you're talking about Danny, yes.
Poor thing. You poor thing.
Let's focus on
not fair.
The current event.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, Tanya?
2663, 2653.
I mean, do you disagree that you don't contribute to any of my arguments or points?
Well, Danny, it's a bit hard to contribute when you stutter. I keep telling you this.
Wait, so did I stutter when I presented the
No.
Me. He stutters. He stutters.
Well, you don't. Yeah. That doesn't stop you from attacking me. So you only stutter when you try to present something, with respect to my arguments or points or claims, but you don't stutter when you virtue signal or criticize the way I approach the conversation. You would totally admit to this.
Okay, can I respond? Oh wait,
okay. Molecular Alchemy says, "Oh Lord, Danny is in the stream, but maybe not for long."
Danny, let me try to explain something to you. Okay, when I try to respond to somebody, and I'm actually doing it now, but when I try to respond to somebody, I get a little excited, and in my excitement, I stutter.
Now, I'm saying when you criticize me, you don't stutter. You're very eloquent.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Is right. So what else is happening, boys and girls?
Well, I'm on the stream, so I expect Cerberus to show up soon.
Plenty.
But I just found out, Tanya, that you're not Mum. I thought y'all were the same person.
I mean, why the fuck did you even think we were the same person? That's a bit confusing.
Yeah, why in the hell would you think he was secular pagan, Mom? Where did you ever get that?
The common denominator being that they just criticized me without addressing my points or arguments.
I'm guessing a lot of people might do that.
No, I gave a whole list of people that don't do that, including yourself.
Well, yeah,
but I mean, you must have a longer list that do that.
No,
yeah,
not actually.
That was the point I was making.
No, there's very few people that strictly criticize me on everything but my points and arguments. There are very few people.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna give Otangelo's wrench back.
All right, make a point. I'll see how to address it.
Yeah, make a point, Danny.
You want me to make a point?
Yeah, make a point. Once in your life.
Well, you can choose the topic. I'm fine with y'all choosing the topic.
Gratitude.
Yeah, I guess gratitude would be a good topic.
What about?
What do you think of gratitude?
What does it mean?
What do you think gratitude is?
What do I mean by gratitude? I just mean some sort of like.
No, what is it?
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what is it? Like ontologically, what is gratitude? Like,
I mean, there's the way I use the term. That's like all I can say about gratitude.
So is that a composite object? Getting back to Dessel, explaining to me what ontological nihilism is gratitude a composite?
Well, if you say that gratitude is a function of value, I don't think value can be a composite.
Okay, is it even an object in the
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, if you understand gratitude in terms of value, you can understand that their value properties, which are going to be something like what you're calling objects. By the way, I looked at that book you're reading, Stephen Mumford. Right? Is that the
Metaphysics?
Yeah. Who was reading that?
What's that?
Who was reading that?
If it's metaphysics, a very short introduction, it's me.
Yeah, and so far the book is really good. I think that's
I'm glad. I'm glad you give it a good, because I worry about reading books that are a waste of time, but I'm just not knowledgeable enough to know it.
I just got my copy yesterday. I love short introductions.
It seems very straightforward, and the little that I read was like exactly like the stuff I've learned, like in a summary.
It's weird how I get mad at that I can't think of it myself, but like the along the same lines, I also read a book called Reality, a very short introduction, and it just made me think of concepts that I hadn't thought before. It was like opening a wedge in my gray matter, going, here, think about this, whereas I didn't know you could think about reality in those ways. It was just it's real interesting.
Yeah, did you read the chapter What is a Chair?
Yes, I did.
Jesus Christ. What is a chair?
Yeah, that I liked that chapter, but that's the only chapter I kind of looked at, and then I approved. So if everything else is like that chapter,
I found that chapter very enlightening. Just to think about objects like that.
So, Scott, what is a chair anyway?
Oh, I don't know.
You read the book.
Right answers.
Wait a minute, there's a chapter. I thought it was what is a table?
But now I don't know. So.
Oh, was I wrong? Was it what is it a table? Or was it a chair?
It's what is a table, right?
Oh, my bad.
What is a table? Yeah, but they talked about chairs in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked at it briefly. I didn't actually I was interested in what you were reading.
Yeah, because I mean everybody knows what a table is, but chairs are very controversial.
Yes.
I think. Boy, quiet it down.
Look, I'm stroking my beard thinking about tables and chairs.
Yeah.
So are you more partial to bundle theory, or do you think they're bare particulars?
Who you asking?
I think I'm more partial to bundle theory.
Yeah, that's what I prefer too.
Yeah, because it's just hard to get down to a core essence of something.
Exactly. That's exactly why I reject substance theory.
This is hard work.
Plenty of stuff went on last night, though. That's for sure. Huh?
I'm waiting for my milkshake.
Jefferson had like 60 viewers on his stream.
Yes, last night was a very busy discursive evening.
Yeah. 803 views I got already. So yeah, that's quite a bit. Pretty amazing.
And then of course Smokey is got a lot of stuff going on, him and Will. And did you see Jay deleted his whole entire channel because
he private did the videos. There's a difference.
Right.
Which ones?
His whole channel.
Why?
Right. Well, that's from what I understand, or at least according to Rage was talking about it, and I guess Will is starting trouble with him. Will and Smokey, supposedly they're planning on going after Jay and Jefferson. As far as I know, well, at least according to Rage, that's why. And he,
But how do you
all his videos because of I think he was gonna maybe try to dox him, go back through all his old videos and review, go through them and find anything about if Jay or Jefferson revealed anything about themselves, and then he's going to expose it to all of YouTube, basically, kind of like that. So Jay headed off and got rid of all his whole entire channel, or put it all private or something. Yeah.
Isn't that covered under a couple of state laws as internet bullying or something like that?
Yeah, it can be, but it's all in how you do it, I think, really. And
I don't know.
I mean, Will is pretty skilled at what he does. You know, I don't know.
Wow, that sucks.
So yeah, it's terrible. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's sad.
I'd find out if there were state laws that cover that. And I mean, what the fuck? Why would anybody even do something like that? What is the problem?
Right. Well, that's what Will's game. And I was talking about it yesterday. He's got this new thing going that he wants to, anybody that said anything about him or
Christ,
Will's him in any way.
Have you listened to the shit that Will says? I mean, if somebody wanted to go after somebody, I mean, Will is like every other minute you could find some horrible, fucking outrageous thing that man said.
Are you talking about Will K? That Will can.
Will K, yeah.
Oh, last time I talked to him, I just called him a memester and I left.
Yeah. I mean, the shit that he says out loud.
But don't forget, it's not illegal, right? I mean, if he let's say if he went on to Jay's channel, right, and went through all of his videos, obviously that's all public, right? His YouTube channel is public. So if he goes on there and finds something and tells the truth or reveals it and tells the truth about it, that's not illegal. So if you do it for the stated purpose of bullying somebody or somehow intimidating them, then that is the act that's illegal. It's not what he does. I mean, anybody can go on and find information about anybody, but if you actually state out loud that this is your intention, then I think you've crossed the line. I don't know. Right. But then you have to. Then what are you going to do about it? You would have to sue him.
Well, wait a minute now. YouTube is deleting our comments based on bot content, right? Like a bot that looks at. So I mean, if YouTube is deleting our comments based on offensive material, and then you've got people that are running channels that are claiming that they're going to go after people with the express purpose of tearing their channel down. I mean,
right.
I'm having a little. Yeah, what the fuck?
I know it is. I know it's crazy.
Something doesn't add up here. Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, the stuff that Will does. How is his stuff not taken down? And I don't get it. But,
I don't know. I see him as just a comedian that everybody should ignore what he says.
He was. That's what he was doing. But all of a sudden, when the whole thing blew up with Rage, and when that, of course, that's been going on with Rage and Smokey for what, a year at least, right? And it started off with they were just doing response videos back and forth, right? So it started off, it was kind of, it was entertainment, it was comedy, it was, and it progressively got more and more nasty, more and more personal, and then it just took off, right? But then all of a sudden, Smokey was not like the way he is now, right? I mean, if you go back, a year or say roughly a year ago,
he was nicer. Yeah.
Right. He wasn't like that. So he progressed into, and then all of a sudden, once he started that battle, really the hard battle with Rage, then he all of a sudden, maybe it was because he said, hey, shit, this is working for my channel. Maybe this is a way, this is the way I want to go to really, he probably had the idea that his channel was going to take off if he started, then he started attacking everybody. First it was atheists, then it progressed into Christians also.
Yeah, he ran out of atheists.
Yeah. So you see all that progress. And then, of course, once he started in on the Christians, that was the worst thing he could do, right? And, and look at all the stuff that has happened. And
then he stirred them up.
Right. And then, of course, he But don't forget now, prior to that, you go back to when he was nice, he was very friendly with multiple Christians, shared personal information with them and all that. And then when he started attacking the Christians, that's when the shit hit the fan. And then it came back to bite him, right? Because he revealed private information to Christians that he thought he could trust. And it just snowballed, right? And then all that exposure that he ended up with just recently with what he's been exposed to, or what the Christians, the Christians are the worst. My God, the stuff that I listen to, you go on these channels and you only hear bits and pieces of it, and you can hear them talk about stuff in the side chats, and they talk about it on the live streams about things that have happened on other channels. And of course, I'm not getting the whole story, and I'm not getting the whole gist of it. So it's really hard to follow, but it's what I hear. It's like, wow, there's some really major battles and really some bad stuff has gone on between the Christians themselves on other Christian channels. I'm amazed. I don't know the whole gist of it, but yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Back when my kids were 9 years old, we were all sitting around watching TV, the twins and my ex-wife and me, and we had 2 St. Bernards and a wolf dog. He was half German Shepherd, half wolf, and 3 cats all laying in the living room with us, right? And so one of the cats or dogs knocked over a glass of water or a plant or something, and all of a sudden, my entire world turned into this raging claws and teeth battleground with all 3 of them snapping at each other and growling. And the kids stood up, and the ex-wife stood up, and I stood up, and it just went on for what seemed like an eternity. And I stood up and I just yelled, "Shut up!" And they all froze instantly. But anyway, Smokey is like that glass of water that tipped over. He triggered this amazing event and praises, and it spread to SFT and everybody. Yep. And it was just really all of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, how does he do that?
It really, and look at, it spread everywhere. Look at what it did to you, right?
He tried to involve me, but then I quit talking about him, and we're kind of violating that rule now. But right. But and we're not saying, we're not really talking shit about him, because I just don't give a fuck about him. It got so that listening to his voice, like yesterday, I said I could feel myself getting cancer when I listened to him. So I just quit listening to him, and I encouraged everybody else that was having a problem with him to do the same thing, because he will stir you. And Will Kincaid is the same thing. If you get into it, I had Will on this channel for 45 minutes one morning, and he was great to talk to, and but I don't care about him and Smokey and
Right.
I don't know.
And like you said, all that drama just spread throughout the whole community like a virus. Like it was just.
Yeah, it was as funny as that dog event I was just telling you about. That was hilarious, actually. In retrospect, when it was happening, holy shit. You imagine about 300 pounds of dog and 40 pounds of cat running around screaming at each other.
A lot of things are funny in retrospect.
Yeah, in retrospect, they're pretty funny.
Yeah. Like I said, I hear, I only get bits and pieces of stuff that has gone on on other channels, because you hear them, they'll be talking a little bit about it in the side chat, or they'll be talking about it on the particular live stream that I'm watching. And you hear just bits and pieces, and I just can't imagine. I'm sure it would be interesting to know all the other stuff, but it's like you don't want to know, because it's just drama and garbage, and it's
garbage.
Amazing.
It's garbage. It's garbage. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I was trying to make a joke out of that.
Yeah. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's really brought the whole community down, really, right? Like we talked about, we used to have some really good conversations between atheists and Christians, and now it's like so separated, right? It's really has changed a lot in the past 8, 9, 10 months.
Well, then the other thing, I could stop into Praise's stream, and I'd at any timestamp, I would find them bitching about atheists, right? Now when I stop in, 9 times out of 10, they're bitching about each other and the Trinity and all this stuff. And it's like, it's got confusing for me.
Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like, that's what I mean by there's a lot of stuff. You see Lena, you know, we're kind of, all of us here are a little bit fond of Lena. She's a very intelligent woman, and she's right in the mix of it all. You know, she's a Smokey fan, and she's an interesting person. She really really smart, and I think she can read people really well. Like, you know, kind of really understand their character, and you know, and she's so deep into the Christian part of it. Like, she's so deep into that.
Yeah, she got into it with Joel.
I need to get better at reading people.
Yeah, she's pretty good at it, and she's very down to earth. I mean, I think that's what we like about her. She's but yeah, she's interesting. And like I said, there's so much that goes on that we don't, none of us probably really know about, between all the rest of them, you know. Between, you know, the Christians themselves, you got you know, Smokey and you know, Lena, and then they're all mixing together. And some of these other Christian channels they're all battling back and forth, and it spills into Praise's channel. And Praise's is really the one that I mostly listen to, you know, because there's always crap going on there. So that's one of the main ones I kind of.
The problem with listening to Praise is if you listen to Praise, everything he did, that you would be devoting 25% of all the time in the world to Praise, because he has a stream every night, and it almost always runs 8 hours, and I just can't handle it. So,
right, exactly, yeah.
Got things to read, you know, got studies to do. Studies to do.
And 99% of it is just a waste of time. Like you said, it's just a waste. It's just garbage.
Yeah, when they get into biblical fights, I find myself really being bored by that.
Yeah, me too. I just block it out, because the biblical stuff, it just doesn't interest us, right? I mean, we're atheists, so it's just the typical. It doesn't really interest you.
And to be fair, when atheists get into fighting Bible bullshit with Christians, that kind of bores me too. Because I just, I haven't read the goddamn book. I don't care about the book. It was never in my life. It's like, okay, I know it was like, it's really old and it was written a long time ago. And I'm like, why? Who cares? Who cares what the Bible says? I don't give a shit. I care about my papers.
Right, and I'm the same way. I mean, I was never raised religious whatsoever, so, and I didn't know shit about the Bible. Of course, I know, a fair amount now, because I've been involved in this community for quite a while. So of course you learn listening to all the arguments about it. So of course I've learned a lot about it. But and geez, when I first started, I didn't know anything about the Bible, so it was like you said, it kind of. It bores you because, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, the interesting part for me is what I do know of the Bible, I got from Ellen Watts. So it was very interesting to hear Ellen Watts' take on the Bible, because his take on the Bible was more charitable in a lot of ways, but he also kind of made fun of Christianity as being the ultimate game that you play, where the stakes in this game are the highest that you could possibly imagine. So if you want to live your life on the edge and like with your anus always tightened up, then become a Christian. But if you want to relax, become a Buddhist. And Ellen Watts talked about how you could go in and out of that world. You could be a Buddhist and become a Christian. And he called it the Chinese box, where there was one box inside of another. And it was, that kind of stuff was very, and his interpretation of Christ and Christ's teachings was kind of cool, actually. and it made sense. And if I meet a Christian who is that kind of a spiritual Christian, who doesn't really give a shit about the dogma at all, then I get along just perfectly well with them because we're talking the same language. So,
yeah.
And I frequently confuse Christians because they don't understand how I'm talking. Like Christians will often ask me, if you're grateful, who are you grateful to? And if you pray, who do you pray to? And I explain to them, I do not pray to, I pray. I'm not grateful to, I'm grateful, period. And that's a little hard to, but some of them figure it out.
Well, if I had to say who I'm grateful to, I'd say the universe. But then
and that's or to life at all. You know, the fact that any of us
you're grateful for, like I'm grateful for my kid. I'm grateful for my grandkids. You know,
or just flat out engender the feeling of being grateful without necessarily picking anything out at all. And it's a good way to live. But what was I going to say? Something.
I'm grateful to be on the stream with friends, minus Danny.
Yeah. Yep. It's just a cool way to live, you know. And so that part, that Ellen Watts Bible, like Beyond Theology, is an incredible book, and I haven't read it since I was like 16 years old. So I really want to read it again someday. That's kind of where I got my ideas about, you know, religion and Christianity. So
yeah. I mean, you can relate to it very well. You know, with your Buddhism, right?
So Dessel's going to spank Ellen like a spoiled child. He's dead, Dessel. He drank himself to death. I told you, willingly, he drank himself to death, and he enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah. He loves
the eagle. More like an Epicurean than a Buddhist.
What's that?
Sounds more like an Epicurean than a Buddhist.
Yeah. But the thing about Ellen Watts is that every time he explained religion, there was always a big, like deep belly laugh in the background, that it was all funny, that it was all hilarious, that the whole thing was a comedy. And that's kind of how he approached life, as, you know, this is just a fantastic comedy, this whole thing.
Better a comedy than a con.
And I don't know, if you approach life that way, how could you be unhappy? You thought it was good theater.
I mean, when you think about it, life is a good theater. You know what I mean? Life is. You can find humor in many things.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of people just playing a part.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the other thing. He got into self and personality, and persona, I guess, comes from the word for a mask that you wore when you did theater. You know, and that was your personality, so it's a mask that you wear. And, you know, and he tied it all in with Buddhism pretty well. But Dessel Drace has a problem with Ellen. I think Dessel Drace has a real problem with Buddhism. I don't know what it is. Like, come on, dude, lighten up.
It's probably not scientific enough for him.
I don't know. There's a lot of misunderstandings.
Shot his cousin or something.
What?
I said a Buddhist probably shot his cousin or something, and now he's got a grudge against him.
Yeah. Well, and the problem with Buddhism is that word covers a whole lot of territory. You know, if you say Eastern religion, it covers so much territory that there is, I mean, if you want to talk about how you can have a lot of infighting in religion, just start reading one sect after another. And though I don't think they fight about it too much. I don't know. I'm not sure. I could care less. The last thing in the world I would read is Buddhist dogma or scripture or whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Buddhist fundamentalism?
Buddhist fundamentalism, because I don't give a shit.
Fundamentals of Buddhism.
Well, then you're not a real Buddhist.
Oh yeah,
the
true Buddhist. Yeah, not a true Buddhist. Yeah, somebody told me it wasn't a true Buddhist because I didn't know the 6 tenets or something like that. And it's like, A true Buddhist wouldn't know those things.
All right, we've got to the core now. Looky here. The Buddhist took my Xbox.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
That's why he hates Alan Watts.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, should we end early today?
If you want, it's your stream.
It is my stream.
Up to you, my friend.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground. I wanted to cover a little Sal Cordova because I'm going to be picking on Sal Cordova for the next month at least. I don't know, that maybe I'll lose interest, but in the process of picking on Sal Cordova, we're going to talk about some of the science he's putting out on his channel and try to turn that science into layman talk. So
now you're talking about quote unquote picking on him for his edification, correct? That will correct his flawed views on science.
Oh, there's no correcting these people. I just want to correct it for the other people who have listened to his stuff and fallen for it. So the people that have fallen for the dribble that's coming out of that channel, I would like to give you the other side of the story. Basically, that's my plan. Anyway. Okay, guys.
Buddhist is someone who's still thinking of Buddha. Buddha is someone who has attained nirvana. That's the primary distinction.
Danny, any philosopher expresses pretty much. Double rainbow. Dessel's comment came out twice.
Wow.
Maybe Google deleted it once and then undeleted them both. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with. Molly, do we have an epidemic going on in this channel? Does somebody forget to wear their mask?
I did. I got the bid.
Well, no, I'm drinking a milkshake. No ice cream today, just milkshake.
Oh, I want to give a call out to all those people who aren't going to get the vaccine. Fuck you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fucking assholes. This is our trial run. This is our fucking trial run for a real pandemic that's going to wipe out 99% of humanity. You better fucking learn how to deal with this shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that's possible.
Don't you mean the permanent demic?
Permanent demic, yeah, probably. Yeah. Anyway, get your vax, goddammit. Get it now. We got to get above 80%, or this shit is gonna come back around and hurt us bad. So, yep.
So, Danny, does this McDowell have a first name?
John, I think.
Dave?
John McDowell. Okay.
Is it John McDowell?
Yeah.
Not the apologist, but
Uh,
why doesn't that? No, he's the philosopher of mind, right? McDowell.
He does a lot. I wouldn't. I guess he does mind stuff, but he's also known for his metaphysics. McDowell's metaphysics.
Yeah, it's John McDowell. Shit, I never knew his first name for some reason. I just have McDowell. I have some of his books.
Yeah, he's a big wig. The other guy is David Wiggins.
Wiggins. Okay. A Buddhist is still seeking nirvana. The Buddha has found it and has become her nature. This is called the Buddha nature in Buddhism. Yeah, fuck the Buddha nature.
Steve, somebody who's a Buddhist, you really hate Buddhism.
It's you got to understand the humor. If you don't, you don't fucking, you haven't gotten it yet. Anyway. Okay, we're going to end the stream for the day. We're going to get out of here early, and I'm going to get outside. The sun is shining. So.
Yeah, but it's windy as fuck, at least here.
Anybody have anything to say? Yeah. Last things to say.
Well, hang on a sec. I want to say the staple of this channel.
The what?
You know, the staple. Goodbye, cruel world.
Oh, goddamn! You stole my thunder.
There you go.
Okay, we're ending the broadcast. We'll see you all in the back room. Goodbye, everybody out there. And goodbye, cruel world. Fuck you. I can say it too.